Mate, talk about a smorgasbord of absolute sporting highlights this weekend. Starting at the Valley on Friday night, you have the Broncos, you have the Mighty Lions on the Saturday, you have the Golden Rose in Sydney. And just to top it off, you have us punting with one of the great initiatives with the Neds hosted pod on Friday night for Manikato Stakes Night.
Wow, yeah. Real gluttony of activity this weekend. I can't wait. Manikato Stakes looks a ripper on Friday night. We'll be there, seeing all the horses in the flesh, hosting a pot, doing our best for the drifters on behalf of the good people at Ned's. And, yeah, into an AFL Grand Final with the Mighty Lions. Plenty to look forward to, mate. I cannot wait. Bursting at the seams.
Absolutely. And hit our link in bio in this episode if you want to join the Ned's hosted pod with us. Or head to your local Neds app and you'll be able to follow the prompts there. But looking forward to it.
Let's go get them.
But what is gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
I need to ask you a question. Be curious, drifters.
Allegron's won the Brisbane Cup, but it's all Antino. Blake Shin, take a bow. Barrakiel, Benny Allen hasn't moved.
Broadside him, bogged, won the Golden Rose.
Pride of Jenny, trying to find the reserves at the 100. She's 3 in front of Mr. Brightside. It's all too late. Pride of Jenny has run them into the night. Switzerland, the big winner, by 2.5 Bellatrix Star.
He's down, Jolly Star. She is a star in the making. Jolly Star bolts in.
It's all Isthmus. She's very smart and fast.
Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't quite see you there. I was just busy doing some reading, which you can't really see, but...
Oh, that's glorious. That's a glorious front cover on the Sunday rag. Oh, what's this that we got on? What's this?
Oh.
Winner's kit. Winner's kit.
Winners win. Winners keep winning, man. They really do. And, like,
Really do.
Unfortunately, for the farm folk from down south, they just don't get it in the big smoke, unfortunately.
No, they can't handle the big smoke. They get overawed by the occasion. They're abusive. They throw beers. They get kicked out. They get kicked out. That's the sort of behaviour.
So I heard
that the farm people from down south carry on with.
I heard a stat that apparently there was 2 free seats in the MCG in terms of the entire capacity. Lo and behold, drifters, we actually witnessed those 2 seats being vacated at half time as a young Geelong supporter decided to throw beers on our seats during the game, and couldn't believe what we were seeing.
It was unbelievable behaviour. It was unbelievable.
I was in disbelief.
She, young woman, mind you, pretty unexpected, starts hurling abuse, across the aisle, across the section to the Lions fans. Mate, we were ahead at that point. We were ahead, and she starts throwing abuse. And then we score a goal straight away. It's like, that's karma for you, babe. And then she decides to throw a beer.
And
it
wasn't like... I don't think the response from, like, our section there was... Like, if you dish it out, you got to cop it, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
So, it was... and yeah, she just had an absolute brain snap, and unfortunately... her boyfriend was cuckolded into exiting the vicinity as well.
Biggest cuck in Australia yesterday. He was. Biggest cuck in Australia.
Almost,
mate,
I don't know, mate. I don't know. Chris Scott is a close second because he was just watching this disastrous outcome just roll out in front of him. He decided not to do anything.
Actually, you're right.
Then he actually blamed the rule that is in existence that he is fully... under the provisions to choose a sub whenever he wishes, i.e. like Brisbane did at half-time. And then he proceeds to insinuate that the sub rule was the main reason for the 47-point thrashing on the Saturday. So,
yeah. And it should have been more. They got some garbage time goals. You're right. Chris Scott, actually, let's be fair, was the biggest cuck
in Australia yesterday because all he could do is sit on the sidelines and watch while his team got absolutely fucked.
By a bunch of teenagers.
Gangbanged, DP'd by a bunch of teenagers. His team got fucked. Mate, it was
good. It was good stuff. It was really good stuff.
Pure theatre. Pure theatre.
No, it was good stuff. But yeah, no, I think it sucks when like it sucks for, I guess, the other 17 club supporters out there because they just want to see a close grand final. And I thought it was going to be one of the all-time classics that, like, even like with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and then the boys just went on a biblical run. But it also sucks that, like, say, like Jeremy Cameron broke his arm, and but is what it
Danger
is.
was a non-event. It's more like Patrick Safefield. Come on, Safe.
How's Will Ashcroft? 2 norms, and he's 21 years old. It's actually unbelievable.
We often on this podcast talk about 3-year-old cult throbbers. He's a throbber of the highest degree.
God damn! Like if you put him in, like, say, aspirational sires, like is he like the Autumn Sun territory, or like what would his, I guess,
you've nailed it.
The Autumn Sun. Okay,
you've nailed it because his dad himself was a super sire, Redute's choice, the sire of the Autumn Sun, and now the Autumn Sun's just doing his best work. So I can't wait for the little Wills to run around one day for the Lions in 20, 30 years time, whatever it is. Because no doubt that'll eventually happen. And we'll have a whole bunch of little Autumn boys running around. Coco Sun, Vivid Sun, Autumn Glow, Autumn Angel.
Good.
Yeah, it was good shit, mate. And it was just this team. They're built for it now. They get it. They're not overawed. They just go about their footy. There's just so many superstars. Like when you actually look at the team, and everyone who was scoring goals yesterday, it's just like there's just so many threats.
Yeah,
like they don't need the same guys to stand up all the time because superstars can afford to have a quiet game. Like Charlie's been off all year, and then he kicked 4 on GF Day.
Yeah, no, you're right. And Josh Dunkley playing with a grade 3 syndesmosis injury, like that's usually a 6-week injury that I believe requires surgery. Like that's unbelievable sort of stuff.
It's like reattach your tendon, don't they?
I don't know. I reckon they just chop off your foot and start again. Like, honestly, like, that's what it sounds like to me. So he basically went out there with 1 foot and, still carried on. Like 5 tackles, 16 disposals.
You hop along, Josh. That's what they call him.
Hop along. 3-time premiership player.
Yeah,
Josh Dunkley. Unbelievable. Anyway, we are a horse racing podcast after all, but you had to indulge us back to back, baby. So good.
So fucking good.
All right, where do you want to start with this bloodbath? Probably should get the Valley out of the way, right?
Yeah, we need to talk about the Valley. We need to talk about the Valley, acknowledge it, and then never speak of it ever again. Look, Drifters, I may have declared on this podcast that I was confident that I was going to tip the card on Friday night. And what ended up eventuating was, it was a genuine R&P of my Ned's account balance. Let's just say that nowhere near the mark. There was some rough results, to be fair, but there was also some really, really short price favourites that I thought were just going to go out there and brain them, who did not run accordingly.
No, and we'll try and unpack it, probably not with the degree of insight into times and what have you as we usually would, but, deal with it. Race 1 in a benchmark 84. Sunshine in My Pocket was probably the worst looking horse I've ever seen in a mounting yard ever. And he's just gone down by 0.2 of a length, but to charcoals at 11-1 in the first, so that's good. Not a great
stiff
result.
Yeah, a bit stiff there.
Daggers was the market mover there into $2.40. He ran okay.
Yeah, he ran okay. Sunshine in My Pocket's a good horse. I think he's a black type horse. Personally, to look that shit, to be presented in that order is actually pretty disrespectful from the Mars stable to us punters. That's disrespectful. Prepare your horse better, please.
I guess if there was a race for him at Sandown, surely they would have gone there instead, because he's a big track horse.
Yeah, he is. He is. I think he's got loads of talent. So one to follow.
Rohisha ran third in the next by under a length, getting knocked off by a $31 shot. So 11s into 31s. Are you keeping up? What was the next one? Harry Got Styles was not a good bet. No, he got. It was a bad night for Matt Laurie, to be honest.
Yeah.
Got beaten 9 lengths, but beast mode won at 10s. So I'm running out of fingers. Vinrock, what do you reckon? That was a really troubling performance for me.
Yeah, pulled up lame, missed the start. All his wins have been tough on pace, and the Valley was the perfect track for that. So once he bungled the start, he was pretty much done. But Western Swindon was good.
Yeah, I have a feeling they didn't run Crash Hot Time, but he just controlled it out front. I was really keen on him. Had a bet accordingly. You can check my Ned's profile if you absolutely have to. But I swear, trust me. Declared as much on this podcast as well. Do I want to really continue on the West of Swindon path? Probably not. I think this is a nice, really, really nice time to go into the casino. I'm going to put it on, what colour are your silks? Maroon. Quadruple my money and then get out.
Yeah, fair enough. And look, the Victorian 3-year-olds, I don't think a Crash Hot, but
he was a maiden. He was a maiden in that race.
One of the better maidens in the country. That's what they say all the time, but, that one paid off. Yeah, look, is what it is. Is what it is. Good enough win. Is he a horse that I want to follow? Yeah, I'm with you. I think you got out of the casino at the right time.
All right, the Scarborough Stakes, race 5 for the fillies at set weights. Isha was dog shit, mate. She was no good.
She was no good.
Zara said that she didn't run out the 1200. I think there's several things at play here. I think she's busted up after that rung. She had a setback. Are you gonna look into horses that have had setbacks and just go hey, maybe not this time?
Yeah, I think I've learned my lesson. We're always learning in this game. We're always learning.
Yeah.
Friday night was humbling, and you have to look within yourself, and you can't just completely forget about it. You got to think about where you went wrong. So I went wrong in so many ways, but that was one of them. If a horse has a setback, and unless you're going to get a big price to find out, like if this horse comes back all right and it's paying $10, I'll have a throw at the stumps. When they're $2.20 or less, yeah, maybe just keep your powder dry.
Especially for these 3-year-olds, because the exposed form we think is no good. There's some newies on the scene, but we probably don't have that clarity yet. I'm trying to think of another example, right, of where it might not be, because not this rule doesn't apply for every single race. A good example of that is Evaporate at Sandown. I thought there was 2 winning chances in that race, and it was Evaporate and Transatlantic. My money was on Transatlantic, but if you wanted to have the punt that Evaporate has come back and is there in good order, that's an opportunity. In a race like this, where the form's not as exposed, I think it's worth just letting these sort of horses go round.
Yeah. Yeah, lesson learnt for sure.
At that price, $2.30.
Yeah, sure.
And then
short. She looked fine in the yard, to be fair.
Yeah, she looked fine. Point Barrow was good. I had a bet on him. I think he's she might be a bigger track horse too. But Snow Mercy won this race at $26, so that's good. What were your thoughts on Treasure the Moment's performance?
I thought it was good, but I was still disappointed. Your horse isn't Winks, but you can't just be expected to win every time. And Winks had some scares along the way. Let's be honest, she had some scares, but she's one of one. And Treasure the Moment, she raced really gamely. She boxed on. It'd be so hard to go with Jenny, and when she's in that sort of frame of mind and with nothing to bring into the race, small field, around the valley, bone dry track, makes it really hard. So I think she's run well. Is she gonna hit the heights for the rest of the prep that she did first up after the colic attack? Is she just going to be a length or two below what could be what could have been her potential peak this prep? That's the question I'm asking myself now. Is she, if you get a price about her, in a Cox Plate, I've got a ticket for 11s, is that confetti now? You know what I mean? Or is that still a solid bet at 11s?
Let's have a look. She's $7.50. So if you got the overs, and if I'm looking at that market, Via Sustina at $2.50, so Delius at 4s, Treasure the Moment at $7.50, Intino at 9s with Aliana. I think. What do I think? I think the first two in the market have head and shoulders above the rest at the moment, but don't forget what she did first up. It's that was considering prior Jenny on her day, and I think the track got upgraded to a good 3 by this point as well. When the valley's like that, it's just incredibly hard to run prior to Jenny down when she's in that vein of form. So the fact that she got within 2 lengths, I think, in a very tactical affair, I think she's run super. I'm not going to forget about the first up run. And she's had some more genuine lead-up runs than some of her opposition. So I think in terms of grand final day, I wouldn't be dropping off.
I've got the ticket for 11s, so I don't really need to bet again. But yeah, Treasure. Enough about Treasure. What about Pride of Jenny? You know what I mean? That was just insane. Decky Bates on her. When Treasure did start to reel her in around the bend, she kicked again, and she put her length on her really quickly, and that just sealed the race. So she was phenomenal. I think for me though, Pride of Jenny has one of those a prep now. I can't see her. If she goes to the King Charles, I'll probably be against her. You know what I mean? I find her so hard to find Pride of Jenny. I feel like I bet on her when she has the off day, and then she comes out at 5s the next start and brains them. So yeah, I have a really difficult time with her.
Yeah, that's a fair statement. But yeah, she was great. I thought Charmstone was pretty impressive.
Yeah. Watched the replay of that this morning. She was good. She's always shown that talent. I just Adelaide Group 1 winner. I just thought she wasn't up to braining these. She was $30, so a lot of people agreed. But yeah, she put him to the sword, didn't she? Really impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. Perfect run in transit, but she drew to get that run with an elite jockey on board in Blake Shin. So I thought she had a winning chance. I said as much on the preview podcast as well. I was making a case for basically her, Barrakill, Lady Shandell, obviously, like even Amina, she's run super. Skybird and Alabama Lass. Like, I thought it was a wide open race. I thought Lady Shandell was definitely unders. I thought Barrakill ran super. Thought he had one of the better runs in the race as well. Yeah, not really sure what to think. He was fourth up there, so maybe he's just getting a little bit more tired.
Maybe.
And Charmstone,
Very lightly raced horse.
yeah, and Charmstone was the only horse that was first up here too, which
Crazy.
like even more.
Does she get an
impressive.
Everest slot?
I don't know.
Like Skybird's got one. Lady Shenandoah's got him. She beat him fair and square.
What Skybird has an Everest slot?
Yeah, she has the English Everest slot.
The fuck? When did that happen?
Oh, Friday, I think. Thursday, Friday.
That's news to me. I'm shocked by
She
that.
definitely does.
You know what's even more troubling about that is she pulled up lame after the race as well.
Did she?
I feel like she does that every single run. Like she's clearly just got a ton of issues, which I think she's running super, all things considered. But like, yeah, do I want to take her in an Everest? Definitely not. No way.
No. I think she needs the perfect setup, Skybird, to run her best. She's a horse who, if she runs well in an Everest, you know, to a top 5, and I'm getting double figures for her in a champion sprint, like if she's, 18-1, back to the scene of the crime, bit of cut in the ground, like backable then, absolutely, but not an Everest.
Well, that's the thing, right? I think Flemington's her track.
Yeah,
She's won at Moon Valley before, but she's a big horse.
I was
a big
on
track horse. Yeah,
yeah, she is.
like yeah.
She won on Cox Plate Day, didn't she? Skybird? Not when we were there last year, the year before. When
I
think the Victim had, 7 winners?
Yeah, something like that. We need to find that sort of form, like, rapidly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, rapidly.
Like, we need to... Because I feel like, and I said as much on Wednesday, me and favourite bashing are not getting on at the moment. So I'm not going to do it. And I think that strategy worked well on the weekend. I feel we'll go through the sources tips shortly, but yeah, big track horse Skybird, yeah, champion sprint. I think that could be up her alley. There's a race for Amina as well. Could be a Furphy sprint, maybe. I think she'd be pretty competitive in something like that.
Absolutely. It's the hottest race of the Spring Carnival, the Furphy Sprint. Might be called the Kieran Ichiban Sprint now, but but yeah, she's a good horse, Amina, for sure. But what do you make of Lady Shenandoah? Just a lot of excuses and forgive if you're keen on it.
Oh, yeah. I just like. Did they want to trip away deliberately? Surely, like
Must have, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe they just wanted to focus her up ahead of an Everest campaign or something, but I probably wouldn't drop off. Of the locals, is she like the best chance? Oh no. I'm not dropping off Jimmy Starr, let's put it that way. I think he's one of the better local chances in Everest.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jimmy Starr just can produce an electric turn of foot and put the race to bed. It's just whether he does it and whether the race sets up for him in order to do it. Jolly Star, mate. Like, she was really good. She was really, really good. over 1,100 metres. She's going to be better out over 12. Like, I think she's probably the one of the Aussies at this stage. But if he comes off the plane and if he runs to anywhere near his best, he just brains him. It's that simple.
All right. You didn't listen to me about bounding. When she goes around at $4, she doesn't really tend to win, and she ran second.
Yeah, I know. I know. I was a naughty boy. I was a naughty boy on Friday night. Deserved to be punished.
Well,
it's big
mate,
smack bottom.
I took this one out of your hands and went on Just Feeling Lucky, locked in the price at $7.50, got backed into $5, and then it ran 12 lengths last. Check in. I'm like, okay, that's not ideal, right?
No.
But there has to be something in the stewards report, you know? What? Sometimes you're just unlucky. Absolutely nothing in the stewards report for this horse, so she's just run an absolute dog shit race, which is very uncharacteristic for her. She's usually very consistent, so
yeah.
Yeah, just wasn't our night. Apologies again. Absolute strip out. Gonna have to check the schedule for our next one. Could be next weekend. I'm not 100% sure, but best be known it'll be available in your Ned's apps for a hosted pot.
If you dare.
Buyer beware.
Hey, that's all right. Do you know what? We just use so much juju to, like, over the last two pots. Like, there was so much bad juju that was absorbed that we only had good juju left for the Lions yesterday. So
yeah, that's true. And
so, you know, if that's how our luck is working, so be it. There's got to be some trade-offs. It's like when Goku, like when he summons a spirit bomb, right? And he uses a little bit of energy from all the people of the world. We absorbed all the bad juju from all the Ned's punters. And we created a big spirit bomb of bad juju. And what that meant was the reverse flip side of that is that there was only good juju left. And we gave it to the other members of the Lions fraternity and gave it to the Lions players yesterday. That's how these things work. Big Goku spirit bomb.
Okay. I'm not a big Dragon Ball Z guy, but I get the premise. And yeah, you know, you win some, you lose more. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like free and confidential support.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like so $50 to have a bit of a yip in a yahoo. Hopefully it doesn't break the bank. And trust me, we're actually trying to get a result for you. So
yeah, absolutely. Anyway,
I'm sure we'll have some fruitful pots to come. Rosehill, quickly, the Colin Stephen handicap over 2,400 metres, Group 3. Sun and Sand led up this field. Just really wanted her to at least had a nice 1x3 play on her. She runs into fourth, so that was disappointing.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, right?
Piggyback goes into a Metrop with a quick backup. What are your thoughts?
I think, I don't know, what will be 50-1, maybe? I don't know.
Others prefer?
Yeah, I have zero opinions. Zero. Metrop's a shit race anyway. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like,
it is. One of those shouldn't be Group 1s. Group 1s.
Did I learn anything about, like, if I was having that situation again to have a bet on Mahuna versus, like, Acacia, I don't think I would change my thoughts. Kind of want to see Mahuna do it, but she was very good.
She was good. Broke the slipper curse. Yeah, she was carrying similar weight to a lot of the boys as well, so plenty of improvement to come. I think she's a little bit different to other slipper winners because she was so lightly raced. In what was quite a subpar crop of 2-year-olds. for her to do that, I think meant that she probably had the most upside, even though she'd gone and won a slipper. It comes out and wins this really nicely. Like I've got no idea how that race is going to rate or how the times were or anything like that, but the form around her with Tempted as well is good form.
Beeben, any thoughts on him?
Oh, he's not really. Just you were right. Like he was braining fields that haven't done anything since. So you've got to have a question mark over that form. So that's all right. Learned my lesson there.
Well, Huno carried 58 kilos in this race too. Like,
yeah, that's what I was saying. She carried weight similar to the boys. Good win.
Very good win. Manal, she's a mare in form.
Yep. Had a forgetful autumn, didn't she? And how was she in the spring last year?
I don't think that good. I reckon she might have had one run and got tossed out. Maybe that rings a bell.
So clearly something hasn't been right with her. But they're a good stable. No, she was good. She's in a rich vein of form. You know what they say, mare's in form.
Yeah. Yeah, we were both keen on Snow in May at an each way price, and she ran fourth.
Typical.
All right, let's unpack this Golden Rose. Jeez. I'm just looking at it because we were obviously preoccupied watching a grand final unfold in front of our eyes. But you're like, oh, look at Tempted go. I'm like, bruh, that ain't Tempted. That's Baywalk. And you're like,
Bayvarked. Yeah. He broke the record, broke track record, didn't he?
That's news to me as well. But
I'm pretty sure he did.
And my response to you was, well, he didn't lose by much last start, and that was on a pretty fierce tempo. There was less tempo here, so he could just control this, and he did it, on a day which maybe it was a little bit harder to make ground, potentially. Harder track would have hardened up. Rosehill on speed's not a disadvantage to be. Yeah, he fucking brained him. Probably takes Godolphin's Everest slot.
Probably, yeah. Probably. The son of Biv. Bivouac won the Golden Rose. I think this would be his first crop, Biv. Baybark. So probably his first Group 1 winner, I think. Yeah, really good win. Chris Waller, how many times do you have to say it? Grand final trainer. So he could have another one in the Everest.
Boring.
Chris Waller is the best grand final trainer in Australia.
But he has 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 9 runners in the field.
Yeah. Do you think Coolmore takes Wotan?
Who's their sire of note that is produces sprinters?
Coolmore.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a few. I think their sire of note just passed away, Wotan Bassett. And he's the sire of Wotan. But aside from that, sprinters, Home Affairs, but he doesn't have any sort of racing yet, really. Who else they have? Shinzo, Switzerland. Yeah. Not only sprinting size of note.
Because I was thinking potentially, because Southpaw Tycoon ran the Everest last year, didn't he? Or did he not? For a year long. swear he did.
I thought
'cause he's
Growing Empire did.
no, you are right. You're right. I stand corrected. That was a theory going round that he would be running, and it didn't happen. All right. Well, Warrington ran well into second, but he got brained by 4 lengths. Beat home Tempted. So Tempted, I'd say, what do you reckon they do with her? Probably just Coolmore and Path now.
I think so. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't write her off for a Coolmore. I also I wouldn't be surprised if Godolphin took her for an Everest. Like I think they take Baybuck now, obviously, but it wouldn't shock me if they took Tempted. Mate, that first up run was so good. But again, like fillies in the Golden Rose, for whatever reason, just doesn't work. If this filly is like in secret, she's not a 1400 metre horse. You just wait to get her down to Flemington on that Saturday in November. Or it's November this year before the Melbourne Cup. She'll be hard to beat in the Coolmore.
So Baywalk is $4 in the Coolmore now, but from $5 in Rosberg, $7 Mahuna, $8 Tempted. Wouldn't drop off her.
No.
Apocalyptic at 9s, Bateman at 11s with Legacy Bound, and Temptress at 11s with Wotan at 13s and My Gladiola. Suddenly, although this is what we think is an average 3-year-old crop, that race has a bit of depth to it.
Yeah, it does. Usually the Coolmore is, you probably got 3 or 4 that can win it, and then the rest is the rest, right? Whereas that sounds like there's a few more of note heading down to the race. But
like Navy Pilot, who he won yesterday as well, he's $15. Skyhook's at $15. Like, I don't know. I think we've been a bit negative on the 3-year-olds, and probably rightfully so, but this Coolmore might be... I think it'll be a cracker.
Smart race.
Yeah, it is a good race. Good horses race too. Only good horses win that race.
Yeah, pick the shots out.
Or they never win again.
Yeah, or they never win again. Look, I've got a firm grasp of the Coolmore. You know those races that you just you've got a firm grasp of.
Yeah,
there's races that you just don't. This is the Coolmore's one that I usually see pretty well.
Yep. No, I feel you. Waterford wins the Shannon Stakes, brains this field as well. Thought NCAP was not a bad each-way bet, and he runs 4th. Fuck. Disaster. Anyway, the Source did have a couple winners on the day. He found the Midway winner in the first, Meridiana, and Sir Artie on the card as well at 10s. He absolutely brained him too.
Brained him. Big price.
Yeah.
Good stuff from the Source.
Yeah. Let's have a quick look at Sandown then.
Source was close to an almighty fill-up.
Source or the victim?
The victim, sorry.
Yeah. So Ole Dancer nosed out by Farivia. Maiden call. Yep. Did you watch the replay?
I haven't watched the replay, no.
Yeah. Okay, so we can't really make too much comment about that. And then, Transatlantic. That sucked. That sucked.
It hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. Very unlucky. He ran super. Evaporate's a good horse. You know, he's a good horse.
Blake Shin made the right move, though, because that horse was 3 wide, no cover. I looked up to watch the next play during the game, and I looked back down on the screen, and then Evaporate was leading. I was like, when did that happen? So, mid-race move to make this horse lead, I think, was the winning move. And Blake Shin, I think, has been a little bit out of sorts, but I think he's starting to find his form again.
Well, yeah, he's just won a Group 1 on a $30 pop. So, Yeah, Transatlantic was good. Like, he's heading to a two-rack, I believe. Like, he'll be a shout in a two-rack. And Evaporate, you know, he's a 4-year-old horse, isn't he? He'll be going to Golden Eagle, surely.
Yeah, probably. Then Globe. Doing Globe stuff in the last.
That hurt as well.
Yeah.
Couple of close ones. A few winners early on in the day. King Zephyr.
That was good.
Good win.
Yeah. Big track horse.
Yeah. Love seeing that.
Right. Let's have a look at that's all she wrote. Let's have a look at this Metrop field for next week. Birdman's your 460 favourite from Soul of Spain at $6. Vauban at 8s with half yours. Adelaide River at 11s. We're changing the guard. Arapaho, Etna Rosso. Longer the rest. I think Birdman will be awfully hard to beat there.
I think it'll be hard to beat Birdman. He's short enough, though. What else do we have?
Turnbull. So, Via Sustainers at $2 from Aliana at 4s, Intino at 7s, Sir Delis at 7s. If Sir Delis at 7s, I don't think he's heading there. Buckaroo at 8s with half yours at 13s, Linda Mann and Moira.
Yeah. I always forget that the Turnbull's a set weights and penalties race. So Via Sustina will be lugging some weight. But she can obviously win. Doesn't look to be a whole bunch of speed in this race. So
No.
We'll see what happens.
Could happen again.
It could happen again.
Could history repeat?
But interesting though, like with you know, some of the form lines starting to converge, like you know, half yours, we'll get to see its credentials at not weight for age, but set weights and penalties heading into a Caulfield Cup. Doubts that Delius is going here. I think he's going to the Might and Power. So interesting. What else is on Saturday? Got the Epsom as well. Autumn Glow.
Autumn Glow at $1.80. Pierre at 10s. Will he do it at 11s? Pericles, one of the triplets at 13s. He'll run a race. Cheer Wolf should be taken out of this market because he's had a bleed and won't be continuing his prep. Linda Mann at 15s is going Super 2. And then Gringotts at 21, scratched again. I think you put a line through him for the rest of this prep.
Yeah, I think you got her. Very interesting. See what's going on with Gringotts. Something mustn't be right.
Yeah. Like Autumn Glow.
Shorties on the weekend.
Yeah. And then the Flight Stakes, Apocalyptic at $2, Within the Law at 7s, Queen of Clubs at 7s, Tupacara at 8s, Karinska at 13s, Artistic Venture at 13s with Magenta Skies. Could potentially be, Apocalyptic's been very good. Is she too brilliant for the mile? Maybe.
Yeah, but 3-year-old fillies, you know, like she probably is, but could probably still win this easily. You know what I mean? We're getting a dry track in Sydney on the weekend, I think. So just looking ahead, yeah, she'll be very hard to beat. So you got Autumn Glow, Apocalyptic, Via Sustina.
Yeah.
A few punters will get sucked into the multis there. Maybe it'll come off this time.
Yeah. Thank God there's no pot bet because I think it would be pot committed for something like that.
I think so.
But, mate, I believe that is all she wrote. I think that is us done and dusted.
Mate, we've done well to back up. We've done well. Great weekend. You've done well, as always.
Yeah. Thank you,
We're just getting into the spring. We're just getting into it.
Yeah, just getting into our work. I have just put a bet up on my profile, though, of Scary, who's running at Mornington today at $6. I think he's worth a bet. One of our mates.
One of our good mates.
I don't think he's won for us yet. But I think at 2,400 metres, I think he'll only just start getting warm. So, yeah, if there's any question of some of those running the distance, he will absolutely eat it up. Yum, yum.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Good on you, Scary.
Yeah. All right. That's all she wrote, Drifters. Go the Mighty Lions. Dynasty season is well and truly upon us. But yeah, thanks for listening. We'll see you Thursday.
Back to back, baby.